Hey, welcome back everyone, it's Bill. So today the last of the fixed blade knives I had ordered finally came in, and I decided to go with 4 particular knives. Let me go ahead and move the camera and I'm going to show you these knives. But in a quick note first, I want to thank all my subscribers. I want to thank everyone that watches my videos, and I definitely want to thank all you guys that smash those like buttons. So let me turn the camera around and set it up here so I can show you what I got going on. Now, like many things, I'm not necessarily a ninja when it comes to blades and things like that. I've always carried a pocket knife, but I never particularly carried a long fixed blade ever, except maybe when I was camping, and it's rare. I just never carried one. So I got 4 knives, almost all the same size. We'll go over this in a second. But they range from $7 all the way up to $25. And of course, you know me, when I could find a sale, I'd get them on sale when possible. Now, out of all of these knives, I've arranged them from the cheapest to the most expensive. And I'm going to start with this generic Incool blade. Now it says Secure EX on it, and if you, I'll open this up for you. It's got the Tonto style looking Japanese knife. It locks into the sheath that has just a single belt clip on the back, and then it has the holes if you're going to strap it on anything. But it locks in here pretty good. You can hear it snap. If it's upside down, now it does rattle, right? So if it was upside down and I was trying to be stealthy and trying to move, this is not the stealth knife. But it locks in there good, and it comes out pretty decent as well. Now, it says Cold Steel, made in Taiwan, and it actually has a brand name here. I don't know if you can see it, but it says Kobun, K-O-B-U-N, Kobun, from Taiwan. It's got a sharp edge. You know, it came with the sharp edge. I mean, this knife literally just came in today. But $7, right? It was 320 pesos. But this part would bother me after a while. But again, it's a fixed blade. The other knife I got here that was pretty cheap, it's called a Sanja with sheath. It's a model number K91, and on the sheath here it says Hitchder knives. Now, this is the only non-plastic case. It looks like standard canvas, got a snap. And if I pull this blade out, you can see, and I've had this knife for a while, so that's why it looks a little dirty. It's got a nice hand feel, right? So I can feel this in my hand, and I feel comfortable that my hand is not going to slide past that. Now, it's a thicker blade. It's a little bit wider, but it's also a little shorty, right? So marked on this blade, it says Sanja Knives. Model number K91, just what I told you. So this particular knife, let me look at my reference point, was 560 pesos. So it's about $12. This is like a $12 knife. And it's got a nice heft to it. And I like the way that it's a little bit fatter right here. So when it's in my palm, it just sits nice. It's a nice feel in my hand. So I was pretty happy about this purchase. And I've had this knife for a little while. This is the first fixed blade knife I bought. Moving up in price, something that came in last week is a Morakniv. And it's made by Morakniv. Now, this is, if I recall, made overseas. I believe it's, might even be Sweden, I don't know, I have to look. But this is the smaller of the Moraknivs, and I'm going to open this up for you to show you the blade length here. It's about a 5-inch blade from top to finish. It's extremely lightweight. It's their basic 511 in black. This has a plastic handle, as you can tell, right? So Moro knives are pretty common. This would be something definitely good for cooking, but it's also, I was hoping, and it is, for the small size here, and it fits in there. Now this one doesn't make any noise, but for the small size, I could probably every day carry this particular one if I'm not carrying the other one. They're about the same size, but this one is much lighter. So if I needed a fixed blade everyday carry, this one is a pretty good choice. Now this one wasn't cheap. It was 1,200 pesos. So about $25 US. So that's that particular knife. Now the most expensive knife I got, which wasn't much more expensive, was a SOG Tomahawk Special, right? Now, and this was the tactical version. So this one came with a lot of options for mounting, right? Now let me unsnap this here and pull this out for you as well. And it still has the store plastic on there. And this one is in black finish, whiteout. Now it does have a saw area here, which is, I can tell right now it's pretty sharp. It's got a saw tooth. The blade itself is dull, right? I'm surprised that it's not, well, it's sharp, but not super sharp. And it's made in Portland, Oregon. If you look at that here, you know, I'm all the way out in the Philippines. But it's got a rubberized handle. The grip feels great. It's just a little bit bigger. And I'm telling you, this feels good in my hands too. I like the way, again, how the knife gets fat around where I'm holding it in my palm. So that's a good grip and feel. Really happy about this knife. So I got that one. That's my higher end knife. Now, this so-called tactical case has a way, if you can remove this top piece here if you don't like it, but you can mount the belt horizontal, or you can mount it horizontal on a belt with the provided clips here, so you could have it in your lower back at a horizontal position. And of course you can mount it standing up, you know, with the sloop here, as well as another attachment, and it has all the strings, guards, if you want to attach stuff to it and or put it, you know, on the back of a chest rig or front of a chest rig or something like that. But this knife is actually pretty nice. Now this was 1,540 pesos. So it's the most expensive of the knives I picked up. It locks in and fits really good too, even without this top strap. So if you're carrying it just side mount like this, it's not going anywhere. It's in there pretty good. So do I need a fixed blade knife? You know, I don't know. I have a whole bunch of little pocket knives and stuff I carry. Now, the interesting thing is, it's good to have a fixed blade. I got 2 of these at a very decent price. I do have knife sharpeners and knife stones, so I can keep my blades sharp. And it's also nice to have a carry option if I ever needed to carry a fixed blade outside of the site I'm at. So the 4 is all enough. I'm not a big knife collector. I'm not going to worry about more. I got 4 of these. Can be used for cooking, survival, anything like that. Again, I don't bug out, I bug in, but I wanted to have some fixed blades on hand. If it ever comes to a time where you can't get them, I of course wanted to have them. Now, along with that, let me show you here real quick. Back up. I did get this little knife sharpener. I don't like it so much. It works okay on the pocket knives. And I'll link what I paid for this, you know, here like I always do. And it came with the glove, but it was so cheap. I had to get it to try it out. It's okay, but I obviously have files and whetstones and stuff that I will treat these blades with here. Now, for a bonus that came today, I have these 4 boxes of nothing dramatic except playing cards in plastic cases. I picked up 4 of these to put in my long-term preps, just because we all know if there's a long power outage and there's no internet, you need something to do, right? So of course we have our laptops, and I have thousands of books already downloaded on my laptops. But cards is always cards. They're extremely cheap. I'll put the price here as well. But it's just like a side bonus reminder. Some of these preps you don't think about until you see them. I just happened to see those online at a great price, and I just picked up 4 boxes. That is my knife intro. I know there's a lot of better knives out there. I see them. I've looked at expensive knives, and I just couldn't justify myself getting expensive fixed blade knives. I did pick up 4 varieties, you know, 2 cheap, 2 what I consider mid-price because they're over 20 bucks, but under 30. And the Morakniv and the SOG knife, you know, it's actually branded Gerber too, if you see it on here. If I can turn it the right way, there we go. So it gives me a tactical option if, for whatever reason, a tactical knife's needed. The Mora gives me a nice little camping beach knife if I need to cut fish or do something like that. And this one here, which was $7, I think it comes down to I don't like this sheath because it rattles. But it's a nice little knife for $7. I'm okay, I'm happy with it. It'll poke holes in things, right? So anyways, short video today. Thank you for watching. Smash that like button if this is the thing you're digging. If you have any comments about knives, go ahead and stick them below. I'm not going to get any more knives unless I find something really on sale and on special, because you know I don't need more than 4 fixed blade knives, to be honest with you, unless it's for barter or something later in a SHFT type of situation. I might pick some up if they're on sale. But yeah, smash that like button, drop some comments. If you haven't subscribed but you're still watching, that's good. Go ahead and hit that subscribe and notify button, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.